Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Rock Cloud. Today, I want to tell you guys about a timeline jump. I just got back from a timeline jump maybe about 20 minutes ago. Uh, for those that do know what timeline jumps are, you're going to understand this information. For those that don't, let me give a brief understanding of what timelines are. Within this earth realm and many other realms, you can go throughout your life existing as that individual that you are right now. But there are like many bubbles that coincide beside your timeline, which you exist. There's like hundreds of you within these timelines, and they simultaneously kind of do the same thing as far as experience, but some timelines um, you could be a little bit different. Um, let's just say you have a job that you do not like and it's not really pulling in any income. Well, within another timeline, you could be highly sophisticated in a job as a scientist. In another job, you could be a mechanic. Timelines are, I think, it's like source giving us many ways to like split the soul off and have like experience to gather and learn from. Before I go into this timeline jump, I'll give you one of my timelines that I went into where I had a brother in this timeline. He's passed away. He was an alcoholic, very nice guy, but he loved to drink, and that's how he lived his life. Uh, and ended up dying, I think, at the age of 53, 54 at that time of liver failure. But he was a happy guy. He didn't bother anybody. He just, he always kept a smile on his face. Never worked a day his in his life. Never worked a day in his life. But he was a good guy. Um, so I went into a timeline where he was different. He was extremely different. He owned his own place. Um, very well dressed, highly sophisticated, put together. And in that timeline, me and my other brother, we lived with him. He actually had, I think he was living in a condo. And in a section of the condo he lived in, there was like a gym room. So, and I'm sitting here and I'm witnessing all of this because this conscience from this timeline is now there gathering information. Um, I just thought, it was very different to see him in that format, but pleasant at the same time. So let me get into this timeline jump that I went into. So when I jump into this timeline, um, I'm actually coexisting there. I'm already there. Uh, and this is in America. So I'm in this grocery store. It's like a grocery store where you can buy grocery. It's almost like a Walmart, but it's not Walmart. It's called something else. A huge building, almost like how Target would be. But I'm not even sure if it was Target. So I'm walking with this. I noticed this Chinese guy that I used to work with in this timeline, and he know me there. So, and I haven't seen him in a while. So I catch up with him and I begin to talk to him. And I'm like, as I'm talking to him, I'm wondering, do he remember me? but he does as I begin to, speak with him. So he's telling me about a job, and he's on his way out the store, and I'm on my way. I'm done, shopping. He's on his way out. I'm on my way out. So we're walking towards the entrance, and he's telling me about some things that he got done with his car. Um, that he bought something like a stereo from this auto type place, and that place ended up burning down. We're just having a casual conversation. This isn't the highlight of the story. Uh, the highlight is when we get outside the store. So we're walking outside, and we're noticing almost like sounds like almost like gunfire and fireworks are going off, but the building is blocking where this is coming from. So we're not thinking like we're in any type of danger or anything like that. We think it maybe it hadn't dawned on us. Uh, I guess we were thinking maybe it was like fireworks. It's in a small town, um, and nothing like that really happens around that area. So we're thinking maybe it's maybe fireworks going off. So as I'm talking to him, and he was still telling me about this place burning down, and we're trying to have this conversation as we're hearing this commotion going on. Uh, I told him, I said, "Do you remember me telling you that I was really good in martial arts?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I remember you telling me that." And I just look at him, and I told him, I said, "Well, there's other things that I can do." And I begin to levitate. So I'm sitting here showing off. Um, but I'm curious. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm curious about what's going on where we can't see from behind this building. So I begin to levitate in front of him to get a better look of what's going on. And I'm seeing military. I'm seeing the military shooting these rockets just in the air. Now I'm looking at where these missiles are going, and these are long range missiles. So I'm looking at the missiles, and I'm psychically almost like remote viewing the technology behind it. Now these missiles, so they have like a secondary pulse that comes out of these missiles, and then it takes off. So these are very long range, very powerful missiles. And the reason why we wasn't so disturbed by it is because they are missiles, and they wasn't hitting anything. We just heard like fireworks, uh, and we didn't think anything of it. But these are very powerful um, missiles with high technology on them, and I'm trying to see where they're shooting these missiles at. They're shooting them over these trees, and they're just taking off. Once they hit that second pulse, they take off like they hit like a sonic type boom, to go even farther and to be even more powerful. And they're just going past, and I'm like, where the fuck are they shooting? Why are they shooting these missiles? Well, they were when I look over the trees. So the military is on the left side of me, and they're shooting towards the right, and they're going over the trees. And whatever they're trying to hit, they couldn't hit because it was cloaked. I didn't realize this, but there was this huge UFO ship um, that these missiles were hitting, missing at first. They were missing their target at first, and then once I saw it. I saw the maybe like the third missile hit this cloak craft. The craft is huge. It's maybe like 200 feet long. I'm thinking like 200 feet long. Once it hit, now I couldn't see it at first, but once it hit, it came out of cloaking, and I saw like the silhouette of it, and it was like once that hit, it didn't hit it directly. It had like this energy, um, this force field around it. But when the force field shook, the energy from the missile, it came like uncloaked for a minute, like the shock wave of the missile when it hit, it like uncloaked the craft, and I'm like, damn, now I see what they're trying to hit, and so I end up coming back to this timeline, and I don't know because timelines they can merge, they can merge. I don't know if that timeline is going to merge with this one, but that was a purpose for me going there and seeing that because 9 times out of 10, when I give you guys information, these timelines they line up, just like the Civil War, one where our military at first it was in a silent civil war with each other, with these the more human side and then the more reptilian side. So we had like the that was like the Navy fighting the Air Force in one of those timelines. But what's going on, we can consider them being like our military force because how things are set up. Both sides have, I want to say they have high tech technology like an AI, where they try to hack each other information to see what's going on. Um, it's pretty much like the same thing with the Epstein files. So both sides of the military, in all military branches, they have technology where they can try to hack each other, and this is what's been going on, whether you guys know this or not. And they do it this way so that they don't have like an all-out right war with each other. But yeah, there is a silent war, and it's more or less done by AI, sophisticated AI that can, pretty much hack information. But the Epstein files, now that I'm on that subject, um, so some of you guys may have heard that there was an outside source that hacked and got that information. And as you can see, both sides of the government has been a part of horrendous things, and they've been keeping it a secret. It's like been a cover up. All of them. You can't trust any of them within the government because I told you that the government structure was never meant to benefit humanity. It was a caste system from the Orion constellation and the Draco constellation. Now we're talking about the Anunnaki and the reptilians. So it was set up mentally, um, to almost like MK Ultra you, over time to make you think it was a good thing. So it was to trick the human collective. And once the human collective accepted that structure, then we had to go along with it. So they painted a picture like we, Democrats and Republican. And I told you, like, when those are red flags, and we need to teach our children this, and they need to teach their children so that we can take down this government scheme. It's a scheme, a pyramid scheme. And you guys know about this. I mean, you see the faces on the money. They tell you where it really comes from. They put their faces. You if you fold the money in a certain way, you may see a gray, you may see a reptilian face, but they tell you things, um, covertly. They tell you things because they have to. They all about symbolism. Okay, it's all about symbolism and occultists. Um, so we need to wise up, and we are wising up. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be voting. I think we have pretty much aligned ourselves with the positive timeline where humanity is awakening. And this is what we needed. And everything is in the Epstein files, guys. It really is. So we need to really keep pushing any information that you can get because it is being put out. Now, as time go on, you're gonna see about um, so the Epstein files, and I've always told you guys ahead of time before you saw it, about the cannibalism, um, also about the Nazis working with the reptilians and certain factions of ETs that don't have humanity or best interests at heart. They have like slave colonies where they can process people from the moon to Mars, and then they go off to other places uh, in the galaxy. So all of that stuff is going to be in the Epstein file, and those are uh, it, that's what they're really trying to hide. Um, so look, when it comes to political figures, leave that shit alone, guys, because it doesn't matter if they come in human. If they come in human with good intent, they are going to be compromised at some point, and not everybody gets to even be elected without being within these bloodline families. If you are in these bloodline families, then of course they already know what their duties are as far as being a part of these families. You have to participate in a lot of bad things, and then they is covered up. None of these people that have harmed children, killed them, raped them, and did away with them. And for the victims that survived this, they came out and they told you the truth, who was involved. And this is what pisses me off because you'll have people that have been in disclosure for a long time and they continuously uh, and know that Trump has harmed children, know this and still think that he is a part of the White House. He is not a part of us. We stepped away from him quite some time ago once we noticed that there was subtle changes in him. And then you guys begin to understand that there were many Trumps being deployed for many different reasons. So, but yes, he is a part of the Epstein files, which you guys know of. There have been many victims that have talked about this. And for the ones that have been doing disclosure for quite some time, and they constantly say Trump and the White House, you know who I'm talking about. Now, now, she did bring whistleblowers on. She had really good information back in the days. But these people become compromised themselves. Okay, I'm not talking about the guests that used to come on her show and no longer are affiliated with her. She don't do any. Nobody goes on her show, and she more or less uh, interviews herself. But The people that she think are white hats, they are not white hats. So just listen very closely to these people, and they want you to still go along with the plan. No one has been arrested. Trump has arrested no one. He didn't drain the swamp. He became the swamp. So we need to stop fooling ourselves with this bullshit and look at the facts. Look at the facts. Okay? Fauci did not get arrested. Obama did not get arrested. And there's many other people. Bill Gates did not get arrested. And all these people did this lame ass apology when millions of people died. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you seriously kidding? Look, we have to stick together as humans and understand that these fuckers are not human. That's why they treat humans in this manner. They are not human. And for the ones that are human, then they have been compromised. They have sold us out. And this is why I stick with the group that I stick with, because they are positive beings that want the truth out. As a matter of fact, some of the hackers are not human. You will find out this later. And some of the information that they gave you within their Epstein file came from far away. And they are working with us so that mankind get the truth, get the facts of what's going on. The government is not for you. It's always been against you. So just know that. I love you, I honor you, and I will always respect you. Have a good day.
Yeah. Roll Cloud. Protector of the timeline. Bringer of truth. The one who shows the way. Heart full of love, soul made of pure light. When I tell you look within, it's cause the veil is thick. To see through the lies, you gotta believe. You are the unlimited. You are the unlimited feeling in your soul. Every chain breaks when you break that control. All cloud says to look within. That's the code, that's the key. Ain't nothing in this world stopping what you can be. You are the unlimited. Rise up, stand tall. Negative energy gotta bow and fall. I'm telling you the truth, yeah, the power is yours. Yeah, it's big lies laying in the system. Distractions everywhere, trying to blur your vision. They tell you what you are, try to cap your mind. A raw cloud break codes, rewrite the timeline. Protector of the people, I don't lead with fear. I shine truth so bright, make the shadows disappear. When I say look within, it's a spiritual flex. Cause the real power soul, it's in your chest. They want you to feel small, boxed in, restrained, but creators don't beg. We design the game, from the gutter to the stars. It's a universal law, belief gets strong, from the darkness falls. Stand firm, chest out, and know who you are. Unlimited energy, yeah, you came this far. Raw cloud on the mic, saying, remember who you are. You are the unlimited. Feel it in your soul. Every chain breaks when Cause the power of belief is your shield when you know who you are. Everything heals, they pushed out heavy, keep the mind caged up, but the soul don't age and the heart don't break. Raw cloud speaks life, every word precise. He don't preach fantasy, he teaches you to rise. You ain't here by accident, you chosen, you sent to bend your own reality with pure intent. All negative forces gotta kneel when you stand. Millie Vans, with creation in hand. When the world get loud, stay locked in your truth. The light inside you is eternal proof. Protector of timelines, I guard every path. But you the one walking, yeah, do the math. When belief meets action, there's no rewind. You are the unlimited, across space and time. You are the unlimited. Feel it in your soul. Every chain breaks when you break their control. Raw cloud says to look within. That's the code, that's the key. Ain't nothing in this world stopping what you can be. You are the unlimited. You are. Rise up, stand tall. Negative energy gotta bow and fall. I'm telling you the truth, yeah, the power is yours. Raw cloud, protector of the timeline, bringer of truth. I show the way, but the strength is already inside you. Remember this, no matter the storm, no matter the lie. Remember who you are. You are powerful. You are unstoppable. You are.